My name is Brady Feltz. I'm the pastor here at Twin Oaks United Methodist Church. I've been here a little over 2 years, and I'm married to Abby, or Abigail, depending on how formal she wants to be. We've been married for a little over 6 months now, and we're having fun figuring out what that means. For me, my relationship with Jesus kind of grew over time. I grew up going to church, but somewhere in high school, I decided to kind of make it my own rather than just my parents'. I know some people have big dramatic moments, altar calls and revival moments and things like that. And I had moments like that. I can remember, different revivals that I went to. I can remember going and getting special prayer at like the Ichthus Festival when I was in school and moments like that. But as far as like when I first knew Jesus, it was just kind of a gradual thing. There was never, I don't have a defining moment in my life of this is the time I knew Jesus the most. So I just kind of grew up into it. Well, over the last year as being the pastor here, I've kind of helped start a good number of things, which I'm good at starting things. I'm not always the best at finishing them. But in that process of starting different things and trying to help get more involved in people's discipleship and starting new outreach projects or things like the Renew Worship Service. I've had an opportunity to kind of get to know a lot of different people. And probably the coolest thing for me, probably the coolest part of kind of the way God has been at work in my life over the last year and in the life of this church has been hearing from at least 3 different people some kind of desire to think about ministry and the idea that they may feel called to ministry to some extent, whether it's someone who was a pastor before or was in ministry before but got out and is suddenly thinking about it again, or someone who is thinking about it for the first time. I've had at least 3 people kind of express a desire for being more involved in ministry than they were before. And 3 of them have expressed a call towards some kind of ministry. And so it's just been really cool to see the way God has been at work in a lot of lives, but those 3 in particular have been the really cool things for me where I've seen God at work here at Twin Oaks over the last year. Well, hey, Twin Oaks, it's Pastor Brady, and I answered those questions and shared those stories with you because I want you to know that God is at work here at Twin Oaks United Methodist Church, and I know a lot of you have similar stories. A lot of you have stories about when you came to know Jesus for the first time and what your relationship has been like, and I know that for a lot of you, God has been at work in the last year here at this church in particular, and so I want to hear your stories. I want to hear about when you came to know Jesus. I want to know how long you've been coming to Twin Oaks, and I want to know what is something that you've seen God do here at this church in the last year. And so I want to invite you to reach out to me, to call me, email me, message me on Facebook, just post a comment down below in this video, whatever you want to do. Just let me know that you have a story like this to tell, a story about when you came to know Jesus and what your relationship has been like, and tell me about something cool that you've seen God do in the last year. And I want to be able to share it not just with myself, but with the whole congregation and with the community of Oakwood. And so if you have a story that you'd like to share, go ahead and let me know. And we'll set up a time where you can come and answer these questions just the same. But I'd love to hear your stories, and I know we'd all would too. And in case you haven't heard me say it before, I love you, and there is nothing you can do about it.